Yo, yo, yo. Hey, this is for my kinfolk. 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 First of all, I wanna thank the guy above that teaching me was right and showing me much love. Thanking all the people that pushing me ahead. Now I know in due time be breaking off bread. Living life and life turn, gotta do. Cause things in the past might come back and hunt you. The way you started out, the way you fought about. Avoided all the haters cause you took a different route. You suffered from the loss, you ate from the pain. With all the death you kept a step and yet you still remain. So let's smoke, sit back and do a toast. Not my family but you know to me as King Flo. Yo, this is for my kinfolk. This is for my kinfolk. This is for my kinfolk. This is for my kinfolk.
So many reasons. For so many reasons. What's going on? What's going on, good people? How y'all doing out there? Welcome to another show of Food for Thought. Let's kick it. Let's kick it. Check this out. Before we start the show, y'all know my usual. I give all praises to my high power, to whom I wish to call my God. I think you should do the same. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a couple of birthdays out before I start. First of all, I want to give a birthday shout out to Tanya. What up, sis? Happy birthday to you, with many more to come, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your day. We got Chicago Op Slugger. Happy birthday. Nina Davidson, happy birthday to you. What else we got right here? Randy and Bob Crawford, happy birthday, cousin. Kevin Pittman. Not my Kevin. Kevin, man, make sure you get in touch with me, little bro. Much love. Oh, Kevin. Go and Crash, happy birthday to you, my brother. Let me know when you're coming back to Vegas, all right? What else we got? Don Sosa, happy birthday. Sharice Bay Johnson, happy birthday to you. Marie Anderson, happy birthday. Janetta Brady, happy birthday. Keisha Kitchen Cocktail, happy birthday to you, sweetheart. Y'all enjoy y'all day out there. But what I've been wanting to get to is we did it, y'all. We did it. You know what I'm saying? A game on the new year. You know what I'm saying? A win from Green Bay. Shit. Hey, we all let that song today. You feel me? I had turned the game off. I thought I was like, man, I know they ain't finna do this to me again. You know what I'm saying? They make it all the way to the end of the game, goddamn it, and let these people come back and shit like that. I turned it off, goddamn it. It was like 19-21. And it was they ball. They was on the Bears 40-something yard line. I'm like, man, you know what? Man, I ain't gonna even look at the last game of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I went and took a shower of that shit. And I was like, the man, watch these numbers right here. You see what happened? I was showing them on the phone and shit. When they took the shower, after I got out the shower, I was like, man, let me just go and check on this motherfucking game. See what happened. Looked on the phone, got them in the Bears won. Oh my God. Yeah, we did. We popped that ass. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay at that. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they could never get a game with Green Bay and shit. But you know, this just show you everybody that, man, sometimes the table turns, you know what I'm saying? And shit happens, you know what I'm saying? To where, man, anybody can come up, you know what I'm saying, with the win and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? Today we got a choice in our life, you know what I'm saying, to hang with the winners, you know what I'm saying? So I figured this gonna be a good year, 2025, because of the Bears winning, starting off. You know what I'm saying? So that's some good shit to talk about right there. We beat Green Bay ass. Port Four, where you at? Let's see who's saying something. Hey, cuz, I love you. I love you, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I see you be having a good time, Rochelle. Let y'all know we're gonna have my mom. We're gonna have my mom home going on the 18th. It's gonna be a couple of weeks. It's gonna be on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to put it at a day to where everyone can make it. Whoever planning on coming out, you know what I'm saying, to a homecoming, a home going, and we ain't really got the time down yet, right? We're gonna see what time we're gonna have it for and stuff like that. But it's gonna be on the 18th. I'll give you the time, and I'm gonna give you the address. And we also gonna have a nice little supposedly location for the repast. Nice big place where, you know what I'm saying, a place like my mother like to go to. You know what I'm saying? My mom had a lot of friends that love her, and you know what I'm saying, they did a whole lot of partying through their years and shit like that. And you know, too much or something ain't, you know what I'm saying, sometimes ain't good enough for you, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, she love what she doing, and you know what I'm saying, and I love her, so I respected anything that she did, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? She's still gonna be my mom. And you know what I'm saying, I'm just blessed to have this opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to send her off on the homegoing and things like that, you know, because she's gonna be in a better place and things like that. Plus, we need up there, you know what I'm saying, to look down on us. You know what I'm saying? You know, God take the good people, you know, he uses the good people, so he take them real quick. So, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna leave it, you know what I'm saying, and just make from here on out a special occasion, you know what I'm saying, and make these end of the month days, you know what I'm saying, kind of joyful for us. You know what I'm saying? We need to just turn the tables about everything again. Don't let from what Halloween to what New Year's be our worst time of the year and shit like that. When we get to thinking about loved ones and get to crying and feeling emotional. When right now, you know what I'm saying, it's a time for celebration, to celebrate their lives and shit like that. You know, and you know what I'm saying, some of the concepts that they had given us through the years, you know what I'm saying, you take a look from each and every one of them and shit like that. They gave you a skill or a gift or anything like that that you can use, told you, you know what I'm saying, or try to bring it out of your gift, you know what I'm saying, up out of you and shit like that, you know, we take that in consideration. So just that year, you know what I'm saying, I just feel it because, you know what I'm saying, for one, the Bears don't, you know what I'm saying, won Green Bay. So, you know, the start of something usually be something that follows, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just keep good grace. And man, like my mama say, ride with the winners, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Represent where you from, your nationality, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to be nobody else or nothing like that. And we ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, man, there's just a lot. But anyway, I want to thank my cousin for, you know what I'm saying, even putting up them hearts for me and stuff like that. Because, you know, man, I'm going to miss my mom, for real. I put a post up yesterday saying I'm going to miss the shit out of my mom, for real. And that's real, you know what I'm saying? And that's something, you know what I'm saying, we got to get past in life, you know what I'm saying? We can't let it hold us back. We can't keep thinking about, you know what I'm saying, what had happened and, you know, it's tragic and shit like that. You got to think about the good part about it, you know what I'm saying? She lived a good life, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, she had a whole lot of friends and things like that. So I know a lot of people want to, you know what I'm saying, see her on the home going and things like that. Maybe say a word or two, you know what I'm saying, a joke or two, you know, some type of fun situation that my mom and them was in. You know what I'm saying? It's just, man, and every year we're going to do it even more, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, by my mother passing, you know, that just gave me a different outlook on life, different perspective. Instead of being sad from, goddamn it, Halloween to New Year's, you know what I'm saying, thinking about my loved ones, rejoicing, uplift them. You know what I'm saying? We had these little, if we got to have a balloon release or a t-shirt party or a card game or whatever and stuff like that, things that they like to do and shit, and things that you like to do with them. You know what I'm saying? And just bring it to life. You know what I'm saying? Reminisce on the fact. You know what I'm saying? And just change your aspect on life. And that's my plan, to be the best that I can be every year. You know what I'm saying? My mother be parted at this time, at the same time as my uncle 5 years ago. They died on the same day and everything. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I document everything and shit. And I just happen to look. That's the day I'm like, man, we just went through this 5 years ago, the exact same thing on the exact same day. You know, it's a sign. You know, we done lost all our elders in our family. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of elders, you know what I'm saying? We consider them matriarchs, you know what I'm saying, backbones and everything like that. But, you know, in the age of family right now, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of young people in families now, you know what I'm saying? Generations are young, you know what I'm saying, because all the older people are, you know what I'm saying, departing and everything and shit like that. We also got our kids out there, but they grew up too fast and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? As far as education wise, you know, they doing things that adults do and shit like that. They need to be doing things that kids do, you know what I'm saying? Like worrying about the future and stuff and where they gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Planning and shit like that. You know, these kids out today are already past that stage of being grown and shit, you know what I'm saying? But just don't have the skill set, you know what I'm saying, to go out there, you know what I'm saying, and go for that job, fill out an application behind applications, you know what I'm saying? If you got to do odd jobs on the side and things like that, I mean, just help around the house and, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. It's just like get up and go and run, you know what I'm saying? Play all the time, you know what I'm saying? Do what they want to do. So, you know, that's something that we got to just look at. You know, it's a new year. You know, it's a family first situation going on, you know what I'm saying? And this departing of my mom, you know what I'm saying, really gonna change me in such a way, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a good side and it's an evil side. And I don't got them experimented on that evil side so long, you know what I'm saying, till, you know, I just want to have peace today and shit. I ain't getting no younger and shit. I want to stay healthy and shit, you know, and not stressful, because, you know, when you argue and have confrontations all the time and shit, that's stress building up on you, you know what I'm saying? And that shortens your time, you know what I'm saying? Your time span and shit like that. Because you wake up thinking about negative shit and shit like that. You bust a brain cell and shit because you mad at somebody just on the thought of them doing something or whatever, some type of resentment shit that don't came out the past or anything, man. We damage ourselves when we do shit like that, you know. That me being the age that I am right now, you know what I'm saying? Young or what looking, people think I'm younger than what I am and shit, but damn, man, I feel it up in my body and stuff like that, the oldness and shit like that, man. It's just when you get tired, you know what I'm saying? You want to really kick back. All the bullshit is not for you. You know what I'm saying? You want to smile much as possible because smiling is healthy and shit. So you hang around people that, you know what I'm saying, enlighten you. Usually we go for the drama and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? We like hanging around the drama and we like information and shit on people and things like that that we can use against them and all that. And it ain't where that. You know, it's all about living life, having fun, helping each other and shit. Just make it another day, because the regular shit in the world can kill you. Some of this food out here, the pollution in the air and shit like that. You know, you got people with diseases and shit like that that ain't never been to the doctor, that breathe, man. You know, you got a lot of things to worry about. So the Bears winning today is a sign that things gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? That's just my, you know what I'm saying, perspective or opinion or whatever it is and shit like that. Everybody gonna be blessed, you know what I'm saying, and have an opportunity to uplift themselves within their life and their family and shit like that. But it's up to them to take it and shit like that. It's gonna be offered to them, you know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is just do the right thing. Opportunity will walk up on you. As long as you do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? If you don't bullshit, your mind is already off. But if you open up your mind into helping people and shit like that, that's more resources. Somebody might tell you something that, you know what I'm saying, don't nobody know about, a special job or something like that, or how to get money or shit like that. A position that pays real good. You got to open yourself up and shit. And we look for more things instead of wanting to do things. You know what I'm saying? You have our hand out. I don't have my hand out growing up and shit like that. Didn't want to work and shit, want to party, stay up all night and all this type of shit. I mean, damn, I don't want myself out with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then what? After we keep doing that shit, and then when it's just a circle process, you know what I'm saying? What type of fucking movie did I make out of my life and shit, doing the same shit every day, over and over and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? If I made a movie doing that, nobody even looked at it. You know what I'm saying? Today, I want to do different shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a bigger outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? As far as traveling, you know what I'm saying? Going to monuments, you know what I'm saying? Doing research on background on our history, and you know what I'm saying? Just learning, you know what I'm saying? Communication, you know what I'm saying? You go to the hood, you hear the same shit all day, every day, the same exact category of words, you know what I'm saying? Everybody use these same category of words and shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of the motherfucking words are not in the dictionary, uneducated type of words. You know what I'm talking about? But you know, sometimes you want to see the bigger part of yourself. You get older, you get wiser. You want to learn more. You want to know more. You want to see more. Stuck in the hood, we can't do nothing but be around the same people, places, and things and shit. And shit will never change in our life because we don't know nothing outside of that box. That's why I tell people to take that step outside of the box. Test yourself. You know, the other nationality got different ways of doing it. You know what I'm saying? They just jump on the airplane and go to a different state and try to make a living, you know what I'm saying, on the street. Some go mountain climbing, go live in the woods and shit with a tent and all that type of shit. You got people that do different things, you know what I'm saying, trying to find themselves in life and shit. We can't ever find out who we're gonna be and what we're gonna have and who we're gonna be on lift up, you know what I'm saying, if we constantly in the same place, expecting different results. But we can't leave the blocks or something that we know already and shit like that. We've been around in blocks all our life. Corner store, through the alleys, through the park, and woo, and always looked at the same landscaping and shit like that. Never had the landscape and shit. Never saw the mountains and shit like that. Never went and saw statues and monuments that don't been here since centuries and shit like that. Shit that you don't read about in the book in school and shit like that. We've been around the same shit, you know what I'm saying? But as you get older, you want to change and you want to do things and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody get that chance and shit like that. Everybody get a chance to grow. Some people don't make it that far. Some people make it to the nearest corner in front of the stove, next to the alley and shit like that in a box. Because they never followed their dream. And they figure that they don't get too old to why they should travel at that age and whatever and shit like that. And then, I mean, the only result is to lay down and, you know what I'm saying, the shit that they do in the streets and shit. It's just one thing, they ain't never closed their eyes. They ain't never gave up. They still on the streets. But to themselves, they dead and shit. They walking dead, you know what I'm saying? Because they had nothing and no future and shit like that. And how far can we go? How many friends gotta, shit, we gotta lose, or put it like that? Because if we continue to do what we doing and live how we want and not do shit out of life, time goes on and on. The mother had gray and everything in there. Man, nobody gonna be around. Everybody gonna scatter. Friends and all, family and all. You know, I think about shit like that 5 years down the line where I'm gonna be. What I'm gonna have. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna achieve, what I achieved, who I supported or helped or whatever and shit. And that's the type of shit I think about nowadays. Never a dull moment in my head. I'm always up to something. I always want to see how, you know what I'm saying? And I always want this and shit like that. Whatever come to mind, you know what I'm saying? I put my mind on it, man, and achieve that. But right now, you know what I'm saying, as we get older, man, we become backbones and shit like that. Like I say, it's a lot of young families out here. You know, other families don't lost their grandparents, grandma, moms, and dad and shit like that to where their whole generation is young and shit. You know what's in Chicago, peer pressure and shit like that. Man, you be on the streets running wild and shit. You know what I'm saying? In other words, how they say savage. You know what I'm saying? No morals and no values, not caring about nothing and nobody and shit but self. And that's what it's coming to. You know what I'm saying? People crossing their own family members and own buddies, best friends, or whatever you want to call it. Backdooring and shit like that. You know, who could you trust nowadays? There's too much shit going on. And like I say, time flying. You know, it's getting hard out here. Everybody gonna want something for the little shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say God bless the child who got his or her own and shit. You have to worry about being validated, staying with nobody or nothing like that, depending on nobody and shit like that. Just a lot of people don't want to hear this and shit like that, but you know what I'm saying? Man, we need to get on top of ourselves for real. And the shit that we do, the life that we want to live. This game today was a sign that everything gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is reach for your goals. Bears don't family won, got them in Green Bay for a new year, starting off. Other new year. Man, I got so much Bears attire, as far as hats and jerseys. I'm a franchise player. I ain't gonna even bullshit you. I got Bulls, Bears, Cubs, Sox. My wife a Sox fan, but you know Sox okay with me. But Cubs, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I always represented and shit like that. That hard type of person, loyal type of person. You know, we didn't win so many games in so many years and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? It didn't cause me to go to, you know what I'm saying? I figured that's, you know what I'm saying, that's motherfucking that's treason, that man. If you in the city, you must represent the city that you in and shit like that. But you got motherfuckers that look for Superman teams and all this type of stuff and move out the van. Not only goddamn it, you know what I'm saying, moms taught me goddamn it to hang with the winners, but you know what I'm saying? Whoever you with, you know what I'm saying, you be loyal to them, up, down, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You go through that struggle with them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Out of being defeated, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They give a person, you know what I'm saying, that mentality to strive. Cause one day they're gonna be a winner. You can't lose them all. Just like a person can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? But within self. Just had to get back on here, you know what I'm saying? If that's celebrate our win and sit back. I should be rubbing it in, goddamn it, to the Green Bay people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names. You know what I'm saying? But soon as this information come in, I'm gonna put it up there, and I just wanted to give everybody opportunity. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested in coming to my mom's home, I'm gonna put the information up there when I get the information. you know, but I know it's gonna be Saturday on the 18th. You know what I'm saying? So we got a little time to, you know what I'm saying, to get things together and things like that. I'm gonna put it up there and present the time that it awaken everything and the place where it's gonna be located. And like I said, we're gonna have a nice little repast and everything, and man, we're gonna celebrate the way that we do. You know what I'm saying? And shit, we're just gonna rejoice. But like I said, if it weren't for y'all, you know, I had the strength that I had. There's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, gave me strength. I had it in my mind to, you know what I'm saying, to be strong, you know what I'm saying, when my mama departed and stuff like that, because, you know, I was on the phone at the time, you know what I'm saying, doing all this and stuff. You know, I FaceTimed it and everything, you know. I took a couple screenshots, you know what I'm saying, and she opened her eyes wide for me, you know what I'm saying. And just put it like this, I talk I talk to my mom with my eyes. We talk with our eyes, but I still, you know what I'm saying, gave verbal conversation as well. You know, cause she still couldn't hear. She was just in a state of mind to where she can't do nothing but hear and maybe see, but she couldn't talk and stuff like that. You know, but I had talked to her a few days before that though, and I saw her tongue like moving while I was talking to her and stuff like that, like she was trying to talk to me and shit like that. But you know, we had an understanding, and you know, me, it's kind of a special moment because I had a conversation with my mom and my dad before they departed and things like that. We all knew what was going on, and you know, I'm glad I had that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to talk to my mom and my dad right before they departed. And it was from natural causes and stuff like that, the basic way. You know, nowadays you got parents burying their kids and everything like that. And, you know, I feel good that, you know what I'm saying, I get an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, bury my parents and they didn't have to bury me and shit like that to put more stress on them and shit. You know, they lived a good life. They did what they wanted to do and stuff like that. You know, they was in control of their life. And I had to respect any and everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? And still be all right with it, no matter what. Still had to love, you know, unconditionally for them and shit like that. So, you know, it was that. You know, we've been through ups and downs, north, south, east, and west and shit like that, known from a lot of places. And shit, a lot of well names and stuff like that. But shit, all, you know what I'm saying, they friends had started partying and stuff like that. So, you know, man, I already knew that moms weren't gonna be there forever for you. And that's what I want you to know, that sometimes you gotta take your responsibility in consideration and shit and start planning right now until you're young or whatever and stuff like that. Because, you know, we depend on our parents, you know what I'm saying, for a long time, so long to that we shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? We should have our own shit together. You know, we shouldn't have to depend on our parents a lot because they're not going to be here forever. Just like we're not going to be here forever for our kids, but we're going to put our kids on some type of program to where we're going to teach them this and that and how to survive just in case we're not here and shit like that. How to pay bills, the mortgage and shit like that. Fill out rent receipts, applications and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to get our kids the basic type of shit like that. You know, so I'm just glad I had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, just to be there for my parents and stuff like that. You know, because shit, you only get one. And, you know what I'm saying, everything that, you know what I'm saying, they, you know what I'm saying, knew and shit like that, that they thought that I needed to know, they taught it to me. You know what I'm saying? If anything else, I get a lot of stuff from my grandmother and shit. It's just like I get a little from everybody. I used to sit around, talk to my grandmother and stuff like that. At the same time, she cooking, making Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, birthday cakes, all type of stuff, pies and shit like that. I had no choice but to listen and observe and shit. You know, not only was I getting wisdom, shit, I was learning how to be a cook. You know what I'm saying? You know, opportunity was there. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I watched her cook everything up under the sun. You know, and I'm experiencing cooking soul food and shit like that. You know, I'm not the average fast food type of person and shit that has shit in their kitchen like hot dog, boiling eggs and sandwiches and just regular shit like chicken nuggets or fries, just throwing them in grease and all that type of stuff. I'm talking about like greens, sweet potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Oven style macaroni and cheese or roast, you know what I'm saying? I make turkey and dressing, cakes, pie, you know, I do it all. Specialty, I love beans. My favorite food is chili. It's just, man, I just like all the southern type of food, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's food that stick to you and shit. And all the other stuff got so much grease and all this other type of shit up in there and stuff like that. Don't eat no pork, period. Ain't ate pork for years. You know what I'm saying? That was before shit. I probably was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? No pork. Nothing to clog up my arteries or nothing like that and shit. But today, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we can die over anything, you know what I'm saying? Love and embrace your friends and your family members and stuff like that, because tomorrow is not promised to know that, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people leave and you never got a chance to say what you need to say to them. And that's just a simple, I love you, you know, something that a lot of people so scared and so they egotistic, you know what I'm saying, to even tell a person that. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I was telling people on all my shows, man, and I every day before I met my wife, I kissed her before I leave for work and when I make it home from work. Vice versa, when she go to work, I'll make it home from work. It's just like a ritual, you know what I'm saying? We started it and never stopped. We did it for shit years. And you know what I'm saying? It's something that you be conditioned in. You know what I'm saying? It's an everyday thing. And it's a thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like how can I say, it's like borderline or whatever understanding, because you know what I'm saying, no matter what we went through and nothing like that, we can argue and all that type of shit, get mad at each other and stuff like that, but that the kids just, you know what I'm saying, they just level the playing field, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, and lets us know that, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a brighter day, you know what I'm saying, the next day, you know, not to go to bed with that shit on your head, thinking about, you know what I'm saying, about that worry and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we need understanding, you know, one probably was wrong or whatever and shit like that, but that kids, those two kids that we do each day and shit like that, is separation from all the bullshit, no matter if we arguing or nothing like that, cause you know what I'm saying, we do argue. But you know what I'm saying, it clears the battlefield and all that type of shit and puts us back in our place and shit. You know what I'm saying? To show us, you know what I'm saying, really, you know what I'm saying, that we are the same. You know what I'm saying? We in this together, you know what I'm saying? We fight together. We know that's one, you know what I'm saying, both of us. You know what I'm saying? Cause a long time ago, you know, if you were the person, you must accept everything that's all the baggage that they have with them, whatever it is and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Because you accept that person, you accept everything. And a lot of people deal with a lot of that walking into relationships and never got a chance to be friends and shit like that first. You know what I'm saying? Never got a chance to ask each other a question, to know each other once and shit like that, what they want to do and stuff. That you'd be surprised, you know what I'm saying, if you sit and have a nice mutual conversation with a supposedly adult and shit on relationship wise and shit like that. And You know, if you that type of person that like fooling around and shit, be honest and shit. That you really not ready for no relationship or whatever and shit. Let that person know. That person might not be ready for no relationship. Y'all still can have relations or something like that or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? But be for real, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You got somebody and shit like that, and she like other girls and shit. And you like threesomes or whatever and shit. Talk about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, and shit like that. Cause a lot of that shit break up relationships. You know what I'm saying? Without communication, and a person would have been on done with a person. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even expect it for a person to do. That's why it's good to talk and shit, and you know where that person's standing and shit. It's either you do it, it's either you don't. You know what I'm saying? But it don't hurt to bring a conversation up to talk about it and shit like that. Ain't nobody getting hurt and shit like that. And plus, a person to know their boundaries and everything. I mean, it's just simple, man. It's just simple shit. You know what I'm saying? That we, you know what I'm saying, take out of proportion. And, you know, some people get hurt, get shot in relationships, stabbed, and all this type of shit. You know, material things damaged and shit like that. It's all about communication. On real. So it's day by day that, you know what I'm saying, I coincide with myself to be a better person and shit. And just open up my ears and just learn a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you learn a lot of shit when you get them quiet and shit, when you observing and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, all you gotta do is just strive for what you need. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get it. This shit easy, man. It's just how you want to portray yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people sell out, you know what I'm saying, just for the money and shit like that. And then I had to come back out. Now they got kids on here, you know what I'm saying? Shit, all up in grown people business and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And I just pay attention to it, and I can't do nothing but talk about it. I can't change nothing. I might get somebody an idea, a suggestion, or something like that, but it's up to the person to make a decision in their life. You know, how they want to be or how they want to raise their child, how their relationship and shit like that. They can compare it to, you know what I'm saying, the testimonies, including myself and shit like that, to get past situations like that. So that's what this show is all about, you know what I'm saying? It's a learning process, you know what I'm saying? It's steps to this shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's be great, you know what I'm saying? I figure I can listen to anybody and get some information and shit, you know what I'm saying? And some of us feel like we can't listen to people and shit, especially people that's younger than us and all that type of shit. But man, different strokes for different folks, man. Everybody got a different thought process, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that looking forward to looking at black people inventions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, we ain't never did shit really out of life. We ain't really never had no high position, really ownership of big corporations and shit as far as technology and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting on black people to get ahead because, man, we don't have all this time, man. And, you know what I'm saying? It seems like, you know what I'm saying, instead of gain, we don't lost a lot as far as property, people, and, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes our mentality and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When I want to see the first black all-made car, the first black all-made airplane. You know what I'm saying? The fathers we don't make it is probably shoes or whatever, and clothing. That's design, you know what I'm saying? And that's the fathers we really, really want. You know what I'm saying? We started off as the real smart people back then in the day. You had Thomas Edison, you know what I'm saying, invented the light bulb, stop saying all that other type of shit, these black inventors and shit like that. It's a lot of them that they probably killed and took over their inventions and stuff like that, growing up and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? I know it's quite a few more out there, you know what I'm saying, smart people out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of black Elon Musk, Elon, you know what I'm saying, whatever his name is. Man, we some smart individuals, man. You know what I'm saying? All the time, Twan, man, Joe, I ain't seen my nephew in so fucking long, boy. What's happening with you, man? Man, I miss you, man. I miss you. I miss you. Matter of fact, I wonder could you let me see if it'll take you. Yeah, I wanted to get it back started. I wasn't doing too much nephew. Damn. Let me see if they gonna let me get it. Hey, which one? Which one is you? What? I think this you right here. Antonio. That's Antonio. I think this you here. No, that ain't you. Though. I know you got the phone that'll come on. Let me see. Oh yeah, you got a W in your name. How you been doing though? Man, I want to thank you for the pictures too. You know what I'm saying? You've been putting up the nice pictures, man. I knew you had to hide some though, cause you was around my mom a lot and shit like that. So, man, thanks, nephew. What's going on? Gotti, what's happening, cuz? Nothing much, just taking it easy and shit, you know what I'm saying? I thought I started the show back up, you know what I'm saying? Just on a little enlightening thing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't just got the show for, you know what I'm saying, entertainment and shit like that. The show is really for me and whoever else want to participate in shit like that, just to get back shit, you know what I'm saying? To come up with some good topics and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying? Get better in life, you know what I'm saying? Some small. Let me know whenever you want to come on, you know what I'm saying, and pull up a topic. You know what I'm saying? I had to get on here because, you know what I'm saying, my team won today and shit like that. You know, they had my on pins and needles though at the end. Got that, but I just turned my back on it because like I was telling people shit. I got so much memorabilia of the Bears and shit like that, and I used to be going to the casinos, betting on them and shit like that, and then they wind up losing. I wind up losing money, man, getting all hysterical and all this type of shit, hoping they win the next week and all that, man, putting money up, study buying memorabilia and shit like that, till I got to a point I'm like, man, I'm done, You know, they still my team, but I'm not finna get the buying shit no more and representing and things like that, man. They gonna have to show me something and shit like that. I put all my shit, all my jersey to the side and hats and all that type of shit, and I just start wearing my own label and stuff like that. I'm like, man, you bad that's be taking money up out my pocket and shit like that, man. And they be looking good and shit like that, man. The first quarter and all that type of shit to the half, goddamn be right, and then man, I turn around after halftime, then they let a team come right back on their ass and win and shit. I got tired of that. And I'm all the way in Las Vegas representing like a motherfucker. Me and a few more Bears fans. Like, man, clowning motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, we Windy City. You know what I'm saying? Chi-Town, man. We got the best month. And they get up there and get the losing and shit like that. And we don't been no betted on their ass and shit like that. Wasted our money representing the shit. It's just crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Always remain loyal and shit like that. You know, thinking that it's gonna be a brighter day one day and shit, and being mad for this new year. You know what I'm saying? We got it. You know what I'm saying? It's a sign of something good. And on top of it, we beat Green Bay. After all, Green Bay. I can't wait to call my sister. You know what I'm saying? I finna talk so much shit, goddamn it, man. Green Bay people, you know what I'm saying? I'm too glad. I'm finna see, let me see if I can bring Antoine up here. I had to look and see your name first, not you. Like, how do you spell his name? Do I gotta take my caps off? Yeah, let me take the caps off. Yeah. There you go, right there. See if it'll go through for my nephew. It ain't gonna even go through for you, man. I don't know what's going on. I pay for the shit, you know what I'm saying? And to let me charge a nice little piece and shit like that for me not to get my guests on here and shit. I don't know if you gotta have a certain type of phone or whatever and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it'll let some people on here and then it won't let some people on here and shit. I'm gonna try changing my what you call it and shit and everything, man. On here. One from Google to Edge, you know what I'm saying, the Fire Fox and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And, man, I don't know what's going on. People taking my money and just using me, I guess. But I feel like just having a conversation, you know what I'm saying? If it's a text and if I can bring you on, you know what I'm saying? But shit. Just like I tried it out on my phone. I brought myself on my phone. And see, I can be on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the phones people be having or what and shit like that, but I sure be trying to bring, you know what I'm saying, my guests up here and shit. I'm tried a couple times. Some made it. A few times some didn't and shit. That's why I take most of the time, you know what I'm saying, conversating. If anything come up, you know what I'm saying, I talk about it and shit like that. But mostly, I've been talking about me and what I've been going through and shit like that, and then thanking the people and y'all, you know what I'm saying, for the help, for praying for me and shit like that. It's just a storm that everybody got to go through one day and shit like that, you know. And man, I just want to get past it, you know what I'm saying, and start living. You know, that's what they want us to do anyway. To have the best life, you know what I'm saying. They're not gonna be here no more, so you know we want the best and want us to bring the best out of ourselves and shit like that. So that's what I be doing, you know. So every year after this is gonna be a great year, you know what I'm saying. I've been on, man, did something in my life spectacular. If it's traveled or you know what I'm saying, if it's helped somebody, if it's don't, you know what I'm saying, got my own whatever and shit like that, participated. I mean, it's coming, you know what I'm saying. I can just see it. You know, we all blessed and man, I, coaching everybody to have something, you know what I'm saying, this year. And be better than, you know what I'm saying, you was yesterday. That's all, you know. New Year's resolution, just be a better person. You know what I'm saying? That's all wrapped up in one. That's everything. It ain't got to be nothing in particular, so don't focus on that. So a lot of people say we're gonna stop drinking. They still drinking. A lot of people say they were gonna stop smoking. They still smoking. They couldn't be loyal to their obligations or some shit that they, you know what I'm saying, conquered up. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to say nothing for New Year's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say just to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Every day to try to be better than you was yesterday. Something small. You know, it's the little things that mean so much. It ain't all this big shit out here. You don't get to carry all this big shit and all that worship and stuff like that. It's the little shit that means so much and shit. The thought, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? The thought of somebody just thinking about you and shit. It's so small and priceless and shit like that. And it feels good, you know what I'm saying? When you know somebody thinking about you, somebody's got your back, somebody's watching over you, you know what I'm saying? You got that support and shit. Like too many of us out there got that. Got people behind us that's gonna push us. We got more people behind us that's gonna shit pull us back, goddamn it, then push us forward, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta separate yourself and you gotta really look back, you know what I'm saying? And embrace, you know what I'm saying, the positivity, you know what I'm saying, and hang around the positivity and shit like that. Cause those the people that have something, you know what I'm saying? Because those thoughtful people. And when I say thoughtful, that means they think about shit that we don't think about in the hood no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't been through the hood. We don't conquer the hood. You know what I'm saying? Time to get up out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? With a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Idle yourself a little more. Love yourself a little more. Put yourself on top a little more. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna be around nobody that don't want to help themselves. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna step out on a limb for nobody no more and shit like that. Because it'd be too detrimental to their motherfucking health and living wise and shit like that. You know? Nowadays I'm always give you a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? It ain't everybody ain't got it like that no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna be turned around in the next 5 years and shit. Gonna be homeless in the next 5 years. Not even gonna be here in the next 5 years and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's only because of self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? What they surrounded their life with. You know what I'm saying? They paid attention to everything around them except themselves. You feel me? And didn't have no answer when the spotlight got on them. They didn't know shit because they always was a follower and they always did what somebody else was doing and worried about what somebody else did. And when it became to them and shit like that, they didn't have nothing to do. They couldn't do nothing because they didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? The person don't know nothing, they can't do nothing but plant themselves. You know what I'm saying? Dig a hole. Because they don't know nothing. They don't know how. They don't know where or nothing like that. They're stationary. Because they haven't had time to get into self, to love self. You know what I'm saying? And to conquer self, shit. When you get older, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you got to pay where you stay at shit. Yeah, they used to be your best friend and shit like that, but I hate to bust your bubble, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Best friends love themselves too, shit. And you about to go out their way, you know what I'm saying, and do other type of things, you know what I'm saying, for people and shit like that, because they failed in doing it themselves in their situations and shit like that. Man, when you grown and you talk grown, you speak grown, you act grown, man, you got to take that title. You got people that want to do that at the same time and get mad when they ask you for something, knowing that they not doing shit with their life, and they expect you to give to them like you owe them something and shit like that. That ain't it. That everything and everyone influence. Put some of these what's callers up there. Oh my God, man, you right, Gunny. Man, I want to bring you up here and let you, you know what I'm saying? That's man, enlighten me on some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know it all. I'm still growing, you know. I'm up in age and everything, but shit, I still like learning and shit. I still like hearing from other people, you know what I'm saying? I still like hearing their testimonies and shit I ain't been through, you know what I'm saying? So when I do go through it, goddamn it, I'm gonna know how to deal with it. Let me see. Now see, you see what I mean, Gunny? See, now I let yours go through. I gave you an invite and it let yours go through. And I wonder, man, what's going on? Hope these people not prejudiced or whatever, or my people might have a different type of phone that don't take this app or whatever and shit. Or not signed in into an app or nothing like that. We keep a history of your recently closed tabs. Ooh, didn't mean to close that tab. Dismiss. Don't even worry about it. I closed it. But I gave you an invite. What you say? Letting everything and everyone influence you. That's around. Letting everything and everyone influence you. You only lead you to being unhappy. Yeah. I don't know why these people ain't got the man ain't. What they say? How that saying go? Get the assignment. I ain't got the assignment. I don't know why these people ain't getting the assignment. You still hang around the same shit that you know what I'm saying, you're gonna depart from, you know what I'm saying? You ain't changing it. And the shit that you're doing, you don't did it every day of your life. Shit, we don't party, you know, if I was in Chicago, I'd be partying every day, every other day. And on my birthday, what I'm doing different? The same motherfucking thing, partying. The birthday ain't no different because I do it every day. Sometimes you gotta set that shit aside. It's time to get money. It's time to work on that bag. It's time to get the family straight. You know what I'm saying? The kids out the street and all the other good shit, you know? Oh man, like I say, we ain't getting no younger, y'all. One day we will become backbones to some extent to where we gotta help our family see through some of this shit. The ones that's growing up that don't even know right from wrong and all that type of shit gonna be looking up to you because you're gonna be the oldest of the family of one generation or whatever and shit. You gonna have some family members just gonna respect you from your age and your wisdom and shit like that and gonna ask you questions to answers that they don't know. And you gotta know how to, you know what I'm saying? Go out the bam, give it to them. If you gotta give it to them in a raw, but don't never sugarcoat it, give them the truth. Don't say half and then leave the other half out and shit, man. Give them the whole thing, man. Let them know what they're in store for and shit. Cause if you don't let them know what they're in store for, they're gonna find out on the streets. And it might be in a harmful type of way, different type of situation and shit like that. And you already know how we is, you know what I'm saying? We don't listen to each other and shit like that. Sometimes it takes drastic shit to happen in our life in order for us to change, or even open up our ears and listen to them. I mean, we gonna feel like it ain't gonna happen to us. This is not us, and all like that. But we never don't like a motherfucker talking about us, even if we in the wrong, even if we doing what they see. We still don't like nobody, and we don't try to change it. We don't say, okay, we gonna work on it. Okay, we're gonna get on top of it. You know, that's something I need to take a look at and shit in my life. We don't do that because our egos are too high for that type of shit. We don't listen. We know everything. We stand to be understood instead of being understanding. I said it a long time ago. Instead of understanding and putting yourself in people's shoes and shit like that, no, we understood. We already know what we want to know. And if it ain't our way, it's the highway. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? We understood already. Shit. Something we don't need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But today you gotta understand, man. You know what I'm saying? All us going through it. It's something going through all our family, you know what I'm saying? You know, something that we need to get on top of. That's why we need to do it together. And man, Food for Thought is a good place just to get that talk out. Animosity and shit, just to squash shit up. Man, just keep it positive. Promote some people. Promote some motherfucking clothing or food or whatever a person do, painting, art, or whatever and shit like that. Put yourself on. You know what I'm saying? It's all about self-preservation. You know, stars make stars within themselves and shit. Stars be formed. You know what I'm saying? You got stars that's planted, but that's bad. You know what I'm talking about who have got it already. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got it, man, shit, you gotta form yourself. You gotta be that person, that outgoing person. You gotta be that loud person. That's what make those movie stars and shit like that, because they outspoken people and shit. We hide what the fuck we think about people and shit like that. We talk behind their back and stuff like that and shit. Instead of just bringing, man, say what you say or whatever. Be bougie. That's what bring out those in people. It's a difference in a person, you know what I'm saying? Those type of people look at everybody as the same and shit. And sometimes the scouts be out there and just looking in the crowd for new talent and shit like that. But everybody acting that, doing the same fucking thing, acting alike. In our case, you know what I'm saying? All our kids want to be what? Shit, dope dealers, killers, you know what I'm saying? Tow guns, rappers, and all that type of shit. The girls want to be strippers, models, strippers, and strippers. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And man, everybody want to be the same thing. So everybody's standing on one stage as a whole, breaking the motherfucking stage down, pushing each other, elbowing each other, throwing each other off the stage and shit, cause they all want to be the same fucking thing. So the whole stage collapsed. And it's just a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't got no future. That don't die, you know what I'm saying? Just in speaking terms, you know what I'm saying? All our kids want to do the same thing. All of them expected to be noticed at the same time. No, man, that ain't the way, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to did that. You know, we don't teach our kids about being a lawyer no more. We don't teach our kids about being a teacher, a fireman, police officer, you know what I'm saying, a scholar, anything, you know what I'm saying. We don't teach our kids none of that shit no more. They don't even know what this shit means. Hopscotch. They probably don't know strike 'em out, jumping jacks, marbles. They be like, what's that? All our kids know is goddamn at fast food restaurants, motherfucking guns, drugs, and motherfucking fighting and sex. You don't hear them talking about going to the Museum of Science and Industry and shit like that. Shit aquarium and all that type of shit that we was dying to go to the museum, you know what I'm saying? History or whatever and shit. Lincoln Park Zoo. No. My kids not thinking about that. Be around the same area so much that the dialogue is just embedded in their head and shit to where the only thing they gonna be able to read, goddamn, when they grew up is motherfucking McDonald's sign, Burger King and shit like that. All the motherfucking words in the dictionary they don't bypass. Stuff burger and fries and shit like that. Small Coke. Nothing educated and shit like that because we're not expanding their minds and shit like that. We're not taking them out of the motherfucking situations that they in, the landscaping and the surroundings and shit like that, and looking at alleys and down the street, bus stops, motherfucking corner stores, liquor stores, people begging and shit and taking them around beaches, motherfucking on camping trips, hunting, fishing, you know what I'm saying, recreational survival type shit, you know what I'm saying? But they want to be the rapper. And dude was serious about rapping. What you talking about? What do rappers want to do? Compete with another mentally and physically, trying to get up that ladder, willing to kill, you know what I'm saying, to get up there if they got to. And then when they get up there, goddammit, they brag about how much money and change and jewelry and shit that they got. And what the next motherfucker don't got and trying to get that they got. And woo wop the bam. It's just a whole big front situation. And the shit goes on and on. Disrespect and everything. Each other. Mothers get that money and don't talk about, you know what I'm saying, the homeless shelter that they built, motherfucker. The free food program that they do every year for the elderly or whatever and shit like that. The clothes that they buy for the kids, you know what I'm saying, in the wintertime. They don't do that with the little money they get. They flash that money in y'all motherfucking face on the internet. And then y'all idolize the situation and the person and shit like that to want to be just like them and do the same shit thinking that you can do it. Maybe heard some shit that they did in a rap song that they never did do. Or maybe did or whatever and try to, you know what I'm saying, mimic it and shit like that. These people came up with a talent. And if their talent wasn't worthwhile, they won't last long. They would lose their material and shit like that. So what they doing is they taking advantage of the gift that they have while it's popping right now. But it's detrimental to the average person on getting in because it's destruction music and shit like that. It ain't music about no happy person and shit like that with money. It's music about a person with money that's miserable than a mother. And the only way they can get some enjoyment about it is talking about the person who don't even have it. They've been trying to get it in a positive type of way or whatever and shit like that. Bullying, putting the person down and shit, you know what I'm saying? Instead of uplifting a person, you know what I'm saying, on how to get money. And if you get money, you know what I'm saying, I don't play in people's face with money and shit like that, that I can't give them or nothing like that, or give them no opportunity or nothing like that. But these guys dying young and shit, millionaires and things like that because their egos too big for each other and shit. Cause they don't want to see, they don't want to see each other make it. So they start conflict with each other and shit like that. But at the same time, losing all this money that could be benefiting the neighborhood and shit like that. If I had that money, I start Black Wall Street over again. Buy a whole fucking block. You think Tyler Perry bought the whole recording studio and all that type of shit? Like I said, I would buy a whole block. Every storefront on the motherfucking block, painted, don't been gutted, painted, remodeled, can be turned into something different. How many stores be on the block? Like, say for instance, Madison and Pulaski. From Keeler to fucking Pulaski. How many motherfucking storefronts on that side and how many storefronts on the other side? Gutted all out, freshly painted, nice colors and all that type of shit. By the whole block and give motherfucking black people opportunities. Here, you get that space. You get that space. What you gonna turn your space into? Beauty store. Okay, beauty mart. All right, what you gonna turn this place into? Oh, grocery store. Go ahead, you do that. What's this? Insurance place? Okay, tax place. Create revenue in the neighborhood to where people can create generational revenue for the rest of their life. These guys got them in, go over there and back. They got motherfucking garages with 50 to 100 exotic cars up in there that they can't drive. Some don't end up driving them or nothing like that. Imagine going into real estate like Tyler Perry and just build a whole fucking some side of the city with nothing but, you know what I'm saying, resources and shit. AA, Alcoholic Anonymous. NA, Narcotic Anonymous. Battered women, battered men, homeless children, homeless families with nothing to eat, soup kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Now, a industry of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Bringing in people with experiences on being counselors, agents, or whatever and shit. Educating people into rehabilitation, proper food to eat. You know what I'm saying? on their way to getting housing and shit like that. Even if it's fair, it's up to them and shit like that. You know, like I say, a lot of people ain't gonna help nobody who don't want to help themselves. Some people want to live on the streets and everything, but you can't get the ones that want that chance. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not like that. Everybody didn't condition themselves just to be on the streets for the rest of their life. Some are though, you know what I'm saying? Some are. Don't you can give them a motherfucking apartment, clean as hell, and they wouldn't even take it. I remember the lady that used to be on Washington all the time. By the aid office used to be down there by Western and shit, across from the gas station, across from Popeyes. Used to be right there at that bus stop, and you know people used to come by, get food and everything and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to put her in houses and shit. You know what I'm saying? They paying a rent and everything. That lady will never leave from right there. Her mind was conditioned for the streets to be on the streets already. She was already conditioned. And it's the way that we condition ourselves, you know what I'm saying, in town. Just like, you know, I used to go out of town every day just to go rob. Like a job. Because the first time it got good to me and I saw the money. And I got the money like that, you know, we didn't have to do no work and we out the man clean and we did what we want to do, but it was a circle process. Because mother was doing it just for enjoyment, just to get high and shit like that. And once we get a lick and shit and come back to the Jets and fucking spend all our money getting everybody high and having a good time and party and shit, we get to get up and do it again the next day. And it became a circle process and shit like that. That's a double bubble, huh? Working up an addiction and, you know what I'm saying, doing illegal shit at the same time. There's a process of learning from here to there. You know, and that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? Recreational sports, you know what I'm saying? We did a lot of things, basketball, softball, strike them out, marbles. The girls did cheerleading and all that other type of shit. But as the years went under, as the years went on and shit like that, shit just started changing and shit like that. Recreational activities for us then was like, you know what I'm saying, fighting, jumping fences and shit, running from the police. You know, that was our type of Olympics type shit. You know what I'm saying? Robbing and all this type of shit, gang banging, you know what I'm saying? That was the motherfucking physical part and shit, and it really don't got real rough because times are changing to where things had structure back then to, you know what I'm saying, to where it don't turn into cliques because you have people from different organizations in one clique and all that type of shit violating each other, to now it's just all out, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what it is. So they got the drill shit out, you know what I'm saying? And that's so stupid, you know what I'm saying? You threaten a person in the rap saying what you're going to do and shit and being carried out and shit for the world to hear. That's a motherfucking shit. How can I say? That's premeditated shit. You know what I'm saying? That's premeditated. You know, you saying what you're gonna do and then you go carry it out and it happened and shit like that. You telling on yourself. I said I was going back to old school music because, man, all the rappers that we loved and liked their music and shit like that, we found out today that all of them was in the closet. That's what I want to ask the rappers and the upcoming rappers, how they feel about that. A lot of them that we don't listen to right now saying that they was in the closet of being caught in the closet. Gangster rap is just a persona that a motherfucker that's higher and shit like that. It ain't really into everybody like that. I don't even know where they come from anyway. You know what I'm saying? Mother talk shit anyway. That's all, man. They should have named it something else. Or talk gangster rap. I don't know. But anyway, man, Gunny, I hear you, cuz. Whole family come back, man. Really. See kids are there, adults. Kids call it dope by their first name when I was young. Sir, man, when I was young, it was yes, sir, ma'am. I had no Mrs. Miss. Y'all, yeah. Yeah. These kids grown, man, but you know what I'm saying? They want to be grown, but at the same time, they think a motherfucker old or something because they was born. So they ask for things sometimes that you can't give them. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that, and they catch a tantrum and shit. That's why I tell people not to spoil their kids because you ain't gonna be able to give them everything they need in life. And they gonna get mad thinking that you got it, and then you might have it, but it might be for the bills and shit to take care of their ass, and they might not understand. And that's when the kid get beside themselves and want to get to cussing their mothers and parents and fathers and grandparents out and shit like that because they want to impress their friends. And then their friends know that they got it and they got it like that and shit like that. And we get mad at the parents because the parents used to doing it for that. And one day the parent just don't have it, and then the kid do some crazy shit and have out of body experiences and shit like that. And some kids put their hands on their parents and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we just need to raise our kids the right way. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the respect and shit like that, or we're gonna lose them. We're gonna lose them some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because they growing up real fast, and they very observant. They look at what we do and shit like that as adults and shit, as elders and shit like that. You know, and they just get their own little perception with that, and they run with what they run with. They mix it with the street peer shit and shit like that. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it depends on what's on the streets and what the peers say. They won't even listen to their motherfucking mom and father. They listen to what's out there, what their friends say on the street before they even listen to a family member telling them what's right and shit like that. Then they pulling the wool over their eye and shit like that happens sometimes, and it turned out to be tragic sometimes for some kids and shit like that because they go out and do it anyway and shit like that. Even though you don't warn them or whatever and stuff, still took it upon themselves to be grown and shit. Like they've been through it before. But this somebody, that's why I say listen to your elders, because sometimes people could tell you shit and get you out of shit, you know what I'm saying? Ways around shit, you know what I'm saying? That you don't step in holes you don't fill in and shit like that because they don't been through that experience themselves and shit like that. So they can give you you know what I'm saying, perception on how they played and got out of it, if they lost some or whatever and shit, let you know what you got. Man, ahead of you. You know what I'm saying, to lose. Real. I'm just here, just, you know what I'm saying, just tuning in and shit like that. And I'm going to try to do it every day. You know, I do work and things like that. I wish I had a co-host and shit like that to take over, you know what I'm saying, with the show and stuff like that. You know, I'm always going to participate. And I don't know. Let some shit start from here, you know. But anyway, I'm going to get ready to get up out of here, you know what I'm saying. For those birthday people, y'all continue to have a blessed birthday. You know what I'm saying, y'all. With these kids out the street, man, hug them elders and stuff like that. You know, I just lost a part of me, you know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like cutting off, like I did, one of my legs, and I had to learn how to walk. I had to learn how to get around to get shit that I need and shit. It's like chopping off an arm, and I gotta grab, I gotta hold on to something. One arm ain't gonna do it, I need two arms. I got to figure out how to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? How to pick this shit up or whatever and stuff. And it's like that, man. When we lose people, man, it's just be a part of us that we got to deal with. And sometimes we just cry about the situation, pout, miss the person, and we feel down. We bring negative and shit like that. But whatever part of you or that person that lost, man, that person gave you the key to get past that shit. And that's what you learn from that person. You know what I'm saying? If it's some understanding type shit or whatever it is. You take what you learn from that person, man, and apply it to yourself to get out of situations and make shit happen, you know what I'm saying? Or either to help somebody, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you do. And you lift those people's name up that way, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm always going to thank y'all and stuff for y'all support. Like I say, I'll be in town. I'll be in town on the 17th. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there the 17th, and you know what I'm saying? We're going to send my mom home nice on the 18th. And I'm going to have a day to kick it, to party with my people, to visit, get the hugs and kisses or whatever and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And just show love to my people. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all. And like I say, thanks again, for everything, you know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, thought you did nothing or nothing like that, thank you, you know what I'm saying? Man enough to say it and shit like that. Real nigga type shit, you feel me? But anyway, if you want to schedule a show, you know what I'm saying, promote somebody or whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying, sing, poetry, it don't even matter, man. Bring out your skills, because it's going to take you to bring out some shit for yourself and shit. Can't nobody else put you on but you and shit like that. So you got to bring yourself out, show your talent, sing, and your skills or whatever and shit like that. And get a motherfucker into them to see, hear you or whatever you perform and do or whatever that shit. That's how this shit works right there. That's the work you got to put in right there. You got to believe in self. You know what I'm saying? And never take in consideration what somebody got to say negative about what you're doing or whatever and shit like that. And just keep going and shit. Just because that one person don't like it, man, you got 20 that do. So, you know what I'm saying? We can't let them down. You feel me? You just got to brush them off and keep doing what you're doing. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? In a minute, I want y'all to hold that thought on food for thought. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all on the next show. So y'all continue to stay blessed, man. Good people. Thanks for tuning in, Gunny. You know what I'm saying? Antoine, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Rochelle, thank you, cuz. And man, to each one, teach one, y'all. I'm on my way out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all continue to have a blessed night. One love. Blessings.
Yo, hey, this is for my kinfolk. 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 First of all, I wanna thank the guy above that teaching me was right and showing me much love. Thanking all the people that pushing me ahead. Now I know in due time be breaking out bread. Living life in life terms, gotta do. Cause things in the past might come back and hunt you. The way you started out, the way you fought about. Avoided all the haters cause you took a different route. You suffered from the loss, you ate from the pain. With all the depth you kept a step and yet you still remain. So let's smoke, sit back and do a toast. Not my family, but you know to me as King Flo. Yo, this is for my kinfolk. This is for my kinfolk.